What is going on, YouTube? It's Wad, and we need to talk about an idea I had. This video's been in the works for a while now, with the addition of Steal the Spotlight in the latest update giving it some much needed urgency. As I'm sure many of you have seen, the finals player population is rapidly declining just 2 months after launch, spreading a worry throughout parts of the community that the finals has missed its window and is now on its way out. Before you click off this video, I am not here to add more fuel to this fire. I think the finals future is still very, very bright, and the LTM is a step towards that endpoint. But it might be time for Embark to adjust, at least a little bit. The fact is, there are far more games flooding the market today to compete for people's attention than ever before. A problem new models, like the free-to-play model, have only complicated by removing the biggest barrier preventing players from trying out and moving on from games: money. Put simply, you are much more likely to stick it out with a game you bought than one that you downloaded for free. Look at a graph of every free-to-play game's player population and you'll see this. Peaks following content drops and dips shortly after. Why? Well, it's by design. Trying out new content is free, just like moving between games is. Player populations then are not everything. They are often misleading. What is important then for a free-to-play game's lifespan? Well, the answer's in the term itself. Kind of. Fast and targeted packages. For these drops to work, they need to come regularly and respond to a need within that community. At the time of recording this, the greatest issue I see facing the finals is the casual community's growing disinterest in the core game modes. I think this is the crowd Embark had in mind with the Steal the Spotlight event, and it seems they're working towards doing more for this crowd with a rotating LTM playlist. For this reason, I want to throw in my thoughts for a game mode that I think would not only work for what's possible with what they have right now, but could also bring in or bring back an audience that likes the gameplay of the finals, but isn't in love with its current scene. Here's my idea. The game mode is called Spend It to Make It, and this is its summary. This mode sees players enter the arena to compete in a blend of Bank It and Quick Cash with a twist. All players spawn as the same class with a weapon of their choice, but earn specializations and gadgets with kills, assists, and objective plays like opening the vault and beginning or stealing a cash out. Players lose the most recent utility slot unlocked with death, and team wipes result in complete resets. Test your mettle by showing your foes that it's not the equipment that matters, but the player using it, or clutch your pearls and turn tail at the first sign of an incoming squad wipe. But no matter what, you have to spend it to make it. This is how the game mode would work. At the start of each game, a random class is selected that all players in the lobby must play as. In the loadout screen, players only select the weapon they'll use, and players can switch between any weapon available to that class in death screens. The reasons behind these rules are simple. First, because this game mode strips classes of their specializations and gadgets out of the gates, the health and movement speed differences between classes would make one far more preferable over the others. By making everyone play as the same class, it removes the potential for this imbalance from consideration. The second reason will make sense a little later on, but for now, because the pool for specializations and gadgets is randomized per player in this mode, giving players the option to adjust their weapons to fit the utility they're earning in real time just makes sense. So how do players earn utility? Well, there are 4 ways that I'll put up on the screen. In short, 1 kill, 2 assists, opening a vault, or planting or stealing a cash out all equal to 1 unlock. Players will unlock their specialization first, and the 4 gadgets next. So what exactly does unlocking a gadget or a specialization look like in this mode? For specializations, it's straightforward. 1 kill, 2 assists, or any objective play randomly assigns the player a specialization. For gadgets, it's a little more complicated since it varies for mouse and keyboard users and controller users, but ultimately it boils down to this. Players are given 2 random choices at unlock to pick from. On PC, these options will have a number assigned from 1 to 4. In this example, grenades will be 1 and jump pads 2. Players make a decision by picking the number that corresponds with their desired option, and that specialization is slotted to that number. For controller users, the only difference is these options are presented with directions from the D-pad. For instance, grenades would be on the left and jump pads would be on the right, and choosing one of these directions would assign that gadget to that slot. I think 2 choices is perfect here, since it still gives players some freedom while also forcing them to adapt and try new types of utility. The rules for losing utility are also straightforward, and that is, death results in the loss of the most recent specialization or gadget unlocked, and squad wipes result in a complete reset back to 0. This forces players to adjust to the frequently changing arsenal at their disposal, with the added potential of creating massive momentum shifts in the event that the lobby's top dogs are wiped and sent back to square one. Like in Quick Cash, each vault is worth $20,000, and teams that reach $40,000 first win the round. The selling point of this mode is that it forces players to go beyond their comfort zone and play with all classes and their various utility options. This would make the game feel less like a metafest and more of a casual, friendly experience that is fun first and foremost. Also, the fact that players have no say in their class and limited oversight into their utility forces new experiences onto everyone, which is good for making the game feel fresh. Not to mention, this mode has enough of a skill gap that good players are still able to find a way to make even the worst utility luck work, while creating enough of an imbalance with RNG to make it accessible to casual players. Most importantly, the game mode makes every round feel unique and offers opportunities for crazy storylines and chaotic matches. So to recap, all players receive the same randomized class at the beginning of the round, players only choose their weapons, kills, assists, and objective plays unlock a random specialization first, and gadgets for the players to choose from next, and deaths cause the player to lose 1 utility slot, and team wipes result in complete resets. As always, like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. The support I've been receiving from you guys lately encourages me to continue working towards making this stream a reality, and for that, I'll always be thankful. I'd love to do a follow-up video where I go through some of your guys' ideas for potential game modes and offer my own thoughts, so if you're interested, leave those ideas in the comment section below. For now, let's just say I'll choose the 3 most liked options, but if I see an idea I really like, I might push it to 4, with 1 being my own pick. Also, I'd like to get you guys more involved with my videos, so what I'll do from now on is I'll choose a loadout suggestion from the comments and have that class be what I use for the gameplay footage. I'll let this video run out now, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.